welcome. Great to have you tuning in as always. Hope you're having a good day. Let's start to settle in. As always, once you get yourself set up, get your space set, we just start by lying back, by closing your eyes, and taking the time to slow down. Be mindful to the fact, the reasoning, the part of why I start every class the same way, so that we also start to build a little ritual around the practice. Especially now where we're all tuning in from all over the place, taking class, sometimes live, sometimes not. There's that sense of ritual to beginning, where we let everything else we've done today be put aside. Everything we're going to do later today, put aside. And we begin the practice. We find ourselves right here, no matter where here is. You find yourself on the mat, lying back, the breath moving in and out. The eyes are soft. You continue to take the time. No need to feel rushed or a sense of urgency. We always take the same few minutes at the beginning of the practice to slow down, to give yourself time, to give yourself that opportunity. Just a couple more breaths. Just a few more moments out of the day. And your next inhale is a nice deep full inhale. You feel the belly, fill the chest, and as you're ready to release the breath, drawing your knees in. You wrap your arms around your shins, hugging your thighs tight. And you gently rock from side to side. That sense of movement, swaying the body. And back to center, hands behind your knees as you rock from the tailbone to the shoulder blades. Nice long line. Nice smooth rhythm back and forth. And the next inhale draws you up to sitting. You sit tall. The back of the neck is long, the eyes remain closed. You take a moment. And inhale as you rise up. Tadasana. You find your balance. The feet are firm, shoulders back. The eyes are closed. Then palms together at your heart. And on your next inhale, you take the arms up, lengthening. And exhale, you fold forward over your legs. You get the hands to the floor, bending the knees if you need to. And inhale, right foot steps back, low lunge. Left foot back, plank pose. And exhale as you lower towards the floor. Inhale, forward, broadening the collarbone. And exhale, you press back down dog. You settle in. You can pedal the feet, roll the shoulders, sway from side to side where it feels good. And inhale, right foot forward, low lunge. Left foot forward, forward fold. And inhale all the way back up, full extension. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left leg reaches back. Right leg back. And exhale. Inhale, forward. And exhale, back. Let your eyes soften, closing them as you move. It's the familiar rhythm, the familiar sequence of the sun slips. No tricks, no surprises. So you just settle into it. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot. Inhale, full extension. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right, left, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, full extension. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Right. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take the time to find the full length of your breath. Those full inhales Complete exhales. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale right. Left. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Nice and grounded. Nice and stable over the four corners. Balancing your weight front to back, side to side. Inhale, right foot. Exhale, left. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, left, right, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, left, exhale, right. Inhale and exhale. You relax your arms, you close your eyes if they've opened. Tadasana. Note the big toes close, the heels apart. You bend the knees, drop the hips, and sweep the arms gently. The thighs are firm. Tailbone drawing down. You just take a few breaths here to feel grounded, to feel steady in your stance. And exhale as you fold forward. You catch hold of whatever you got, your toes, your ankles, your shins. Your weight drifts forward, the tailbone tilts up. Let the eyes close. Feel that nice long line, that full stretch from the heel to hip to low back. Then inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, float or step back. Down dog or vinyasa. Nice and smooth with the breath as you move. Then inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward, low lunge. We're going to keep that left hand on the floor as that right arm reaches up. Nice low lunge twist. The shoulders stacking, the collarbones broad. But you find those legs. Nice and strong, nice and stable. So on your next inhale, that right arm guides you up into your high lunge twist. Keeping the torso oriented with the side edge of your mat. You sit tall through the torso. The crown of the head's lifted. Maybe you tighten up that twist a bit more. Reaching that left arm a little further forward, that right arm sweeps a little further back. Then inhale to center high lunge. The hips and chest are square to the top edge of the mat. The arms reaching. And you play that game of tug of war with your legs. The right thigh pulling forward, the left pressing back. So it gives you a longer and longer, a straighter and straighter line from the back of that right knee to the front of that left. Trying to get that full range of motion out of your hips. Then on exhale, you're going to fold forward, hands inside that right foot for an active lizard. The left knee is going to stay lifted. The left heel presses back as you start to bow the torso forward. One forearm touches down, maybe two. But keep the legs working. That left heel pressing back, trying to keep that left hip as high up away from the mat as you can, so it doesn't start to roll down towards the floor on you. Then inhale as you rise back up to straight arms. You plant the palms as you sweep that right leg back, down dog or vinyasa. Then inhale, the left leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward, low lunge. Our right hand stays down as that left arm reaches up. A nice stack into the shoulders. Nice long line from the crown of the head to that right heel. And once you find your stance, those legs strong on your next inhale, take your time as you lift up. High lunge twist. The torso still in rotation, but those legs are strong and set in your high lunge stance. Then inhale back to center, high lunge. You square off to the top edge of the mat. You work that line from thigh to thigh. Feel that upward lift of the torso here. That reach of your arms. And on exhale, hands to the floor inside that left foot. You can always shimmy that left foot off to the edge of the mat a bit as you start to bow towards the floor. Sliding your torso inside that left thigh, but keeping that right leg active. That right thigh in extension, pressing that heel back. Then inhale, you rise up. You plant your palms as that left leg sweeps back. Down dog or vinyasa. And exhale, the right foot forward. Warrior two. Now you're broad to the long edge of the mat. A nice deep bend in the front knee. The gaze is soft out over those right fingers. You have that smooth breath. And straightening out your right leg, you reach forward, triangle pose. Right hand lands down, left arm reaches up. You broaden out. Nice and open across the collarbone. Nice and long through the crown of the head. Then use that inhale as you rise up, warrior two. The front knee bends. You just shift back behind the thigh. Then reaching forward, side angle. Elbow to thigh or hand to the floor. That left bicep starts next to the left ear. Nice long line from that left wrist to shoulder, hip to heel. If you want to sweep that left arm around your back, catching the inner thigh, or catching hands for your bind, feel free. But remember, as you free that arm to go tighter, don't undo what you've done with the torso by starting to roll back. You want to stay long and open through the front line of the torso. Trying to move your sternum, the center of your chest, away from your belly button. Then exhale, hands to the floor. The left heel peels as you step back. Down dog or vinyasa. Left foot forward, warrior two. Let those eyes soften. You know what you're doing here, so you don't need to overthink it. You settle your mind into your body and you just feel the pose. That broadening out. That low, firm stance. The torso sitting neutral on top. And inhale that left leg. You reach forward. Triangle pose. Left hand landing down, right arm reaching up. Inhale, warrior two, smooth transition. When you're set with your stance, you reach forward, left elbow to thigh or hand to the floor, and that right arm sweeps next to the earth. If you want to wrap that arm for your bind, feel free, half or full. But you're staying long from the crown of the head all the way back to that right heel. That right foot is firmly anchored behind you, pushing down into the outer edge of that right foot as the crown of the head's trying to reach out past the top edge of your mat. Then on your next exhale, hands to the floor as you find your way to down dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward. High lunge. Once you set your stance, palms together, thumbs to your heart, and you fold and twist to the right. Revolve side angle. That left elbow is outside that right thigh. You can broaden, you can bind. But with those palms together, I encourage you to start to use the arms to help you move the torso. So that right hand pushes down into the left hand, pushing that left elbow firm against that right thigh. It helps you roll the top side back. Helping to get your torso to twist past that right thigh, rather than feeling like you're draping over it. But your stance is strong. Your feet firm to the mat, holding you in place. Then inhale as you come back to center, high lunge. From here, we're going into revolved half moon. So that right hand's going to the right hip. That left hand's going to guide you forward, and as those left fingertips touch down, that left leg lifts up. And as you feel steady here, you start to let that left side of your torso roll towards the floor as that right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Twisting, trying to stack those shoulders. And the right hand comes down as that left foot floats forward next to your right foot, folding over your legs. From here, we're going to drift our weight forward so the heels peel, and you slide your hips down an imaginary wall. I'm going to balance on the balls of your feet. You bring the palms together at your heart. You take a breath. Now, if this bothers your ankles, your knees, you can always sit yourself down. But as you're ready, you twist to the right. Taking that left elbow outside that right thigh once again. Pushing that right hand into that left hand to help you bring the torso around. You want to broaden those arms or bind around the shins, feel free. But more important than holding your own hands or complicating it with your arm position is simply finding that deep rotation of your spine. Feeling your rib cage turning towards the side of the room. And back to center. We're making our way to down dog. You can float, you can step. If you want to take crow for a breath, palms flat, knees on the triceps. Lean forward. And you either float or step those feet back. Down dog or vinyasa. And inhale, the left leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward. High lunge. Once you're set with your stance, palms together, thumbs to your heart. And you twist over to left. Revolve side angle. So again, so you can see it. You can broaden or bind. But those palms are together, so this top hand, pushing it down. And as I push down with that left hand, you'll see my torso starts to lift up and it gives me that leverage to really start to pull my torso past that thigh. My thumbs start to line up with my sternum rather than be lined up here with my left armpit. And that's how you start to get that nice deep, full rotation around that thigh. Giving you that deep twist. And then inhale, back to center, high lunge. Take a breath as you orient yourself forward. And that right hand, or the left hand comes to the left hip. That right hand touches down, and that right leg lifts up. And you start right here. Finding a comfortable position for that right hand to land. That right leg is level to the floor, reaching back. And as you want to complicate it, you start to let that right side roll under. And that left arm then reaches up. Revolved half moon. Take a moment and try and feel where that right leg is in space. If it feels like it's drooping down on you, it probably means it's drooping down on you, so lift it up. Trying to hold it level with the torso. And the left hand comes down as that right foot floats forward. And you fold over your legs. And drifting your weight forward so the heels peel. You slide your hips down. And you come to balancing on the balls of your feet. The thighs hug tight. The palms together at your heart. And when you're ready, you twist to the left. Bringing that right elbow outside that left thigh. That left hand once again. You push down into that hand. Bringing the torso around. A nice active, strong rotation of the upper body. Each vertebra rotating a few degrees. But when they all work together, that's how we get that deep twist. And back to center. Choosing your route to down dog. Straight there with the vinyasa or crow pose into vinyasa. And inhale, the right leg lifts. And exhale, you step the foot forward. From here, we're going into pyramid pose. So that left heel spins in, that right leg straightens up, and you fold forward over your right thigh. Your hands can stay on the floor. Maybe they slide to the foot or work their way up onto the shin, wherever's comfortable for them, so that you can get that deep fold over that right thigh. Keep that right hip drawing back just a touch. There's a tendency to have the hip sweep to the right, and the torso then starts to sweep over towards that left edge of your mat. But you want your torso going straight ahead, so that right hip hugs into the midline of the mat. The crown of the head draws you forward. Then inhale halfway, hands to your hip, and inhale the rest of the way up. From here, we're going into revolve triangle, so keep those feet grounded. That left arm reaches up, and on exhale, you fold forward about halfway, and you rotate. Left hand lands down. Maybe it lands on that right shin, maybe the foot, maybe the floor outside that foot. And then that right arm reaches up. Just like with pyramid pose, there's that reach of the crown of the head forward. Drawing the spine long. Both feet are pushing down and out into the floor, just like with pyramid pose. We've just added that rotation to the torso. Then on exhale, that right hand comes down as the left foot steps forward, folding over your legs. You take a breath, and inhale, you rise all the way back up. Arms overhead, full extension. And exhale, hands to your heart. You relax your arms, close your eyes. Take a breath. And palms together at your heart. Gesture balancing the body and mind. So make our way into extended hand to toe pose. So left hand's going to left hip. That right arm straight out in front of you. And as you shift your weight to the left, you're lifting that right leg up as high as you can. Before you grab it, see how high you can pick it up. Then when it won't go any higher, you reach out and grab the big toe, or you let the knee bend and you grab the thigh. And you stand tall for a breath. Find your starting point. Then you start thinking about accessorizing it. If the knee is bent, the next thing you think about is taking that right hand inside the right leg to grab that big toe. And maybe you're working on trying to straighten that leg out. If you have the leg straight, you're thinking about trying to lift the torso and picking that foot up. Now we're going to turn this into the twist. So if you have that right leg straight, that left hand is grabbing the outer edge of that right foot. If your right knee is bent or you want to bend the knee, you let that right knee bend and that left hand's grabbing the outer edge of that right knee. And then that right arm reaches back. And nice and smooth back to center. Hands to your heart as you place that right foot on the floor. Tadasana. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, float or step. Down dog or vinyasa. Inhale the left leg. And exhale, you step the foot forward. The right heel spins in. That left leg straightens out. Pyramid pose. Notice the stability of your legs here. As we transition into revolved triangle in a little bit, especially if you feel wobbly, realize your leg structure, the positioning of your hips and legs is exactly the same here in pyramid as it is in revolved triangle. So learn this here, pushing down with that left foot, and anchoring with that right foot. Then inhale, you lift up halfway, hands to your hips, and inhale the rest of the way up. Left hand stays where it is. That right arm reaches up. And as you reach forward, notice that moment when you tend to pull yourself too far forward. You keep that back foot anchored, and then you rotate. Right hand lands, the shin, the foot, maybe the floor, and then that left arm reaches up. Your hips, your legs, they're still strong, still grounded, just like they were in pyramid. But now you've added rotation to the torso. You want to feel that stability, that strong stance. Good. And that left hand comes down as that right foot steps forward, folding over your legs. And inhale, you rise all the way back up. And exhale, hands to your heart. You relax your arms, take a breath. And palms together. That right hand on the right hip, left hand out front. The weight shifts into that right leg as that left foot lifts up. And you isolate your hip flexors at first. See how high you can get that leg. Then you reach out and either grab the big toe or bend the knee and catch behind the thigh. Nice and steady. Maybe working through your progressions, trying to catch the big toe, trying to straighten the leg, and trying to lift that foot up as your torso stands tall. And preparing to transition this into the twist. If that knee is bent or you want to just bend it, you take that right hand to the outside of that left knee. That left leg is straight. That right hand to the outside of that left foot. And then you start to twist, reaching that left arm back. Nice full breath. And slowly back to center. You keep it together. Hands to your heart as you place that left foot down. Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Float or step. Then the right foot steps forward, low lunge. You're going to lower that left knee to the floor and sit your hips back. And as you sit back, you have two options here. One is to sit to the inside of that left foot, so that left heel is outside the left hip. If that doesn't work for your knee, you just sit to the side of that left foot, and you bring that left foot out in front. So you either have that left foot on that inner right thigh for Janu Sirsasana A, or that left foot outside that left hip for three face forward fold. Either version, once you're set with your legs, the arms reach up, and on exhale you fold forward over that right leg. And on inhale, you rise up. You relax your arms. We're going into heron pose. So you can either keep that left foot outside your left hip or it's out in front. Either way, we bend that right knee. We start by interlacing our fingers behind that right thigh and you straighten that right leg up. Then as that settles, you start walking those hands towards the heel. And when you get those hands as high up as they're going to go on that leg, you start to use your arms. Your elbows bend as you pull that leg into you. And you'll notice as you pull that leg in, the tension gets to the point where it's a lot easier to let that leg just stop and you fold forward. But you want to keep your torsos tall. Your body, your torso is anchored in space and you're trying to bring that leg to you. And on exhale, you're going to put that foot on the floor. From here, we're going into a twist, and we have two options for the twist. So stick with me. The first one here is going to be half spinal twist. If that left foot is out in front of you, you're just going to take that right foot, step it over top that left thigh, so your right knee points to the ceiling. If that left foot is still outside that left hip, you're going to take that right foot and place it either to the inside of that left thigh or on top of that left thigh in half lotus. And no matter what you did with your legs, we all take that right hand to the floor behind us. That left arm reaches up. If your right knee points to the ceiling, you're going to hook your left elbow on that knee. If your right knee is on the floor, you're going to cup the top of that knee. And we all twist to the right. Try and look over that back shoulder. If that right foot is in half lotus on top of that left thigh, you can take that right arm all the way around your back and catch hold of that right big toe. And unwinding from wherever you untie your legs. You just roll forward as you step back. Down dog or vinyasa. Then the left foot steps forward. That right knee lowers. The toes uncurl. And the hips shift back. Either sitting inside that right foot so that that right heel is outside the right hip, or you just sweep that right foot forward. Foot's on the inner left thigh. And once your legs are set, the arms reach up and you fold forward over that left leg. Inhale, you reach out as you rise up. You relax your arms. Heron pose. Either that right foot stays outside the right hip or it's out in front. We all bend that left knee, interlace the fingers, and straighten that left leg out. Then you start to walk the hands towards the heel. And when they won't go any higher up that leg, then you start using the strength of your arms, your upper body, to pull that leg in towards you. And exhale, the left foot comes in. So once again, if that right foot is out in front of you, that left foot steps over top that right thigh. half spinal twist. If that right foot is outside the right hip, the left foot is going to the inner right thigh or on top of the right thigh in half lotus. And whatever you chose with your legs, we all do the same thing with the arms. That left hand's behind us to start. That right arm reaches up to give us the length, and we twist. That left knee points up, the right elbow hooks it. If that left foot is down, the right hand hooks it. And back to center. You untie your legs and you roll forward. Down dog or vinyasa. Gentle bend in the knees as you look forward, and on inhale, you float or step, sitting at the top of the mat. The legs come through, Paschimottanasana. The legs are straight, the arms reach up, and on exhale, you fold forward. You catch hold of whatever you got. You bow your head, and you lead with your heart, your sternum, the center of your chest. And on inhale, you reach out as you rise up. You sweep the arms around in front. And on exhale, you lower yourself down onto your back. Come to lie flat. You take a breath. I'm preparing for 3 rounds of back bends on the floor. The knees bent, the feet are flat. The arms alongside the body for bridge or hands above the shoulders for upward facing bow. And on your next inhale, you push down into your feet to lift your hips, your low back, middle back, upper back if you want. And exhale, relax. You lower down, take a breath. And once again, on inhale, you push down to go up. And exhale, relax. Third and final one, on an inhale. You push down to go up. And take those nice full breaths into the front of the body. And on exhale, you lower down. You draw your knees into your chest. You wrap your arms around your shins. Nice tight squeeze. Then taking the arms alongside the body. Palms flat. Legs go straight up. You hang out there or shoulder stand. Toes towards the floor beyond your head. Once the hips lift, you bend your elbows. Hands against the low back as you send those legs up. And you settle your weight into the elbows, the triceps, across the upper back. Trying to find that balance. You can just close your eyes and rest here. And the body rest upside down. Few more breaths, few more variations. Wiggle the toes, roll the ankles. Send the legs wide, so them apart. And back to center, toes towards the floor, beyond your head for plow. The hips are high, low back's open. You release the hands to the floor. Fingers point forward and nice and easy you unravel. From the lie flat on your back. Once down, the legs are straight, the arms alongside the body, preparing for fish. You push down into your hands and elbows to lift the head and torso. You arc the spine, roll the shoulders back, and release the crown head towards the floor. Nice full breath. Then on exhale, you lower down. You draw your knees into your chest. You wrap your arms around your shins, nice tight squeeze. When the arms into cactus arms, elbows bent 90 degrees. So you release the knees over to the left. One final twist. Back to center and over to the right. Back to center. And on exhale, you extend the legs, Shavasana. Slowly begin taking deeper inhales, more active exhales. Gently awaken the body back up. You start to wiggle the fingers and toes. You roll the wrists and ankles, arms and legs. Then turn the palms flat down onto the ground, gripping the floor as you inhale, grounding yourself. And exhale, you draw your knees into your chest, you wrap your arms around your shins, and you rock over to your right side. You rest there for a moment and see the full potential. And as you're ready on an inhale, you slowly rise up to sitting. You come into a comfortable seated posture. The spine is tall, shoulders are back, chest lifted, heart is open. Back of the neck is long and the eyes remain closed. And palms together, heart center, thanking yourself and each other for being here. Clear mind, peaceful mind. Peaceful speech, loving speech. Loving heart, clear heart. Namaste. Thank you all for joining. As always, it's great to have you tuning in. Hope you have a great rest of your day.